Definitely didn't play the rhythm in an ideal way. Well, that's an old Irish fiddle tune called Whiskey Before Breakfast. And I used to play quite a bit in Americana and bluegrass, and my mom would come and hear us play sometimes if she was in town, and I'd always say into the mic, "Don't worry, Mom, it's a song, it's not a lifestyle." She was a teetotaling lifelong Methodist. It's a terrible name if you think about a whiskey before breakfast, but that's what it's called. It's a great fiddle tune. Also, whenever I play that, I always think of the great Norman Blake, who's 83 years old, according to the internet, and just one of the great guitar players of acoustic music in American history. And was technically very good, but I think always also played with such musicality, still does, I'm sure. I don't mean to speak of him in the past tense. And his wife, Nancy, also, they made such a good team playing together all those years. And of course, he played with Dylan and Johnny Cash, and a bunch of other artists like that. But I really like some of his just pure kind of flat picking. And he played the fiddle sometimes, and his wife played a bunch of instruments. And some of he'd always do, like the prettiest little girl in the county, or Bonaparte crossing the Rhine, and just really nice musical versions of those classic old tunes. And just the tune, Gray Coat Soldiers. Um, it's such a good artist. And anyway, one of his signature songs is certainly "Whiskey Before Breakfast," and that's one everybody plays. But I always thought his version really was great, and he also played it a lot of times, like a lot of his songs, in the key of D. "Whiskey Before Breakfast" is a key of D, and you run the scales in the key of D, which is pretty cool. And of course, a lot of guitar bluegrass music tends to be in the key of G and or C, which they're both great keys. Love those. But Norman Blake would always play a lot of them in D, and I always think that adds a different idiom to the sound. So that's "Whiskey Before Breakfast," and don't worry, Mom, R.I.P. to my mother, but if you're up there somewhere, it's a song, not a lifestyle, and it's a pretty good tune, just like a lot of those fiddle tunes, just a pure fiddle tune. You could hear it like maybe a square dance or something. Thanks, God bless.